Okay, Google Places. Let's go take a look at Google Places. And I'm going to start off by looking at we'll start off by looking at Google Places. If I can search on Tampa Bay Computer Society, he says, hopefully, where are we searching? Okay, there we go. So I want you to see that we come up as Tampa Bay Computer Society, free computer repair. That's part of our name. And the reason I wanted to get that in there is we are the house that Free Computer Repair built. We do free computer repair for our members, okay? We have 1,300 members. They're there because at one point somebody came to them and said, I can fix your computer. These guys fix your computer for a $40 membership for 1 year, and that's what we do. So here we are. So I renamed this to Free Computer Repair. Here's what happens with Google Places. If you're brick and mortar, you already have a Google Places account. You just haven't taken charge of your Google Places account. So when you go and do a search on your business at Google, you'll end up with, there's a Places entry, and you can find, you see this more info here, okay? Now, number one, they've got our address right, they've got our phone number right, finally. No longer the machine shop. Let me click on more info so you can see what comes up with our whole page. He says, hopefully, there we go. Cooperate, boys. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Okay. So, right away, you're going to have, I assure you that your brick and mortar has a Google Places entry. If you don't take charge of it, you get the default. You get whatever Google has managed to accumulate about you via other resources, okay? And in our case, one of the, this is where I mentioned, in our case, one of the resources was that a machine shop had used our phone number, and we were inextricably linked, and we ended up getting a fair amount of the people coming to our site were coming there thinking that they were looking for machine shop services and goods, and all of a sudden finding themselves at a computer place, which they had no interest in. So this was a disservice to everybody involved. Google should not be happy because we go to Google for good searches. If you're getting bad information, how did that happen? So, okay, here is our entry in Google Places. So they put us on the map. These are frequently wrong. One of the things that you can do is get that updated via Google. Okay, they're missing some things here on the page. It's just slowed down, though, I'm sure. So I was able to put some photos up of our group, and then I was able to make changes here. So number one, I've got our address, our phone number, our website, then categories. What do we do? Well, we're a computer repair service, we're a computer training school, we do VHS to DVD conversion. Let's open that up a little more. He said, boy, it's going to be, I have a feeling that a lot of people searching the internet at the same time may be causing a little bit of a slowdown this morning. Okay, so, but this is what we have to work with. And we can come in, basically, what happened is this. Do you see edit this place and owner verified listing? You can only edit this place if you find out that the information is wrong. So they got our address wrong or whatever, you can click and open a trouble ticket and say, hey, I know these guys and they're across the street from the address that you specified. So you fix that. But if you're the owner of the place, you want to log in and you want to become an owner verified listing, okay? Basically, you go through a process, and I'm going to keep it real simple. I'm not going to show you how to step through the process because we really can't do it here anyway. You want to do it from the phone number of the location that you're in, okay? So use the phone number from that site. And when you go say, I want to take charge, however that process works, one of the things that they're going to do is they're going to say, what phone number do you want? And whatever phone number that you put in to that listing, they call that number, and they call it immediately. It happens within seconds. So you got to be prepared for it. And I forget, I signed up for 2 or 3 things at the same time. They all work very similar, because I signed up for Yelp also. The deal is they even give you a code which you then have to go put in, which now you're the owner of that account, okay? And you're the only one that's allowed to edit that from that point on and time. So that's just a mechanical process. You quickly overcome that. I expect all the people in here to be able to do that. So now I go in to edit my place, which allows me to do a variety of things as part of that editing. They handle a whole bunch of this. Look at this. You want to use a bus? This is stop 73. Here's roughly where it is. You can, and also, you know, you have all of the information over here. All of the details here, I put in. Here's who to email if you want to talk to us. We do digital conversions, VHS to DVD records and cassettes, help with gadgets, GPS, iPad, friendly for novices, social networking, so forth and so on. More details. Let's risk clicks on there. He says, but that is all that I had in there. One of the problems, one of the major problems that I had was back up in categories. The very first category that they had for us was that's where the machine shop entry was. So it happens to be machine repair. You're going to see when I go to the analytics how that affected our analytics. But here's one of the things right away that it means. There's advertising that appears. Here's my sponsored links. Look at the advertising. Dell computers, Thin computer, Tampa computer support. Okay. So we have 4 items that are real computers. How to use a computer entry. Before, at least 2 of those would be machine shop stuff. Okay. Once again, obviously the service to everybody involved. Everybody's ticked. No, we don't want that business and so forth. By the way, these pictures, I'm allowed to put up my own photos from the club, and I believe I can put up at least 1 video also, which I know I can, and we're going to put a video up very shortly. We've already got one produced, I just got to put it up and link it in. So, that's the information that we deal with. Let's look at what we can actually correct and play with and how that information gets populated. And this is this is Google Analytics. I had never used before. How many of you have used Google Analytics for your blog or website? Okay, a fair amount. So listen, trust me, this is new to me. So if you've got some insight to share with me, but is this roughly what you see for your analytics?
This is just Places Analytics.
I'm sorry?
This is just Places Analytics.
Okay, so this is just Places Analytics, so it's different from what you guys are seeing. That's what I wondered about. Okay, well let's look at what we can see here, okay? With analytics, with Places Analytics, they're showing us how many impressions on any particular day. So here's a day where if I go, we had 29 impressions. Oh, well that's cool. That sounds pretty good. How about activity? Look at the flat line here. Had a spike, God knows what was going on that day, but after that, that day we had actions of 4, and I can't define actions for sure. I'd have to look in their help and go through it all. But basically, it's people. What I'm interpreting that is people came to the page and didn't respond to anything. How many people came to the page? Looky here. We got 632 hits. We have traffic. We're getting people there. God hope that 300 of them aren't machine shop owners, right? But we got them here. Okay. Now, how many times did they show interest? 4 clicks for more info on maps. 0, and that, for all I know, that's me. Okay. And 16 clicks to your website, and 4 of those are me, maybe. You know. Here's a cool piece of information for you. Number 1, it's nice to know this. We're getting the hits. We just have to figure out. Our mission now becomes how can we convert those hits to action. And that's what we're going to be. That's what the rest of this will be about today. So I've got here's the top search queries that are getting there. Okay, well this is a good sign. Computer repair. We should be coming up when people search on computer repair. If we're not, we're doing something horribly wrong because this is, here's the sad part. I wanted to use free computer repair. I'm thinking people will love this. We know that they love the free computer repair. That is great. You know what? Nobody searches on free computer repair because they don't expect computer repair to be free. So that's useless. So computer repair is really the key word that we want here. Okay, DVD stores, well, we do some DVD conversions. Computers, computer, here we go, machine shop. Machine shop, oh my God, we're down, oh, machine shops is now 13. This has changed just since last night. Last night, this was up here. So it's dropping, it's continuing to come down. And 318 people will come here. We don't know how they got it. We have no clue as to what brought them here at this point. So then, if they request driving instructions, which they can do from the Places account, okay, then we'll see who actually requested driving instruction. You don't get to use, for the most part, you don't get to use our services unless you come to our place of business. So therefore, that's the metric that we can use. Now, what I plan on doing today is I made a bunch of changes at 1 o'clock this morning. As fast as I can, I'm going to go ahead and take a snapshot of this metric, and then 2 weeks from now, I'll be able to compare and see if the changes that we made a difference. Let's look at those changes and what we did. Because over on the right here is really the business info that I helped edit and put in. And I'm going to put it in edit mode so we can see what that is and how it's constructed. Uh-oh.
It shows that your wireless is not connected up there.
Oh, we lost. How did we lose our wireless? Huh? Oh my gosh, they're not. It's gone.
I had Barcamp lobby is the one you need to use.
I'm sorry?
Barcamp lobbies.
Is that what they want us to use now?
The other one dropped off. I don't know.
Okay, we'll find out. The other one's gone. Okay, I was connected to Barcamp too. Okay, let's see if this has not changed.
You got a DM.
Thank you. Barcamp 2010 and public network. Well, they like that, didn't it? Huh? Okay. Yeah. We're public network because I don't trust any of you people out there. You look like a shifty crowd to me. I'll tell you that right now, right up front. Let's see what happens now. Okay. Let's refresh and. Okay, I'll tell you what, we're going to work off this page because that's what we're going to have to do. Here's the one glitch I want to make you aware of in case you have a problem with it too. Under categories, that's where we had our very first category listed was machine shop. And I was like, when I saw that, I was flabbergasted. How did that get there? It was later that I found out how it happened. But at that point, it was just an enigma. I thought, wow, somehow there's a glitch. I got the wrong thing. Okay. It was later that people told me, oh yeah, we know how that got there. It's because that machine shop put our phone number in the yellow pages. Okay, wow. So but all I knew at that point was, I want that listing out of there. So I go to edit the page where I'm supposed to be able to edit those, and that one doesn't show up. Okay? It's like it had been grandfathered into our account, and we had no option to take it out. And so you know in advance, if you come across, there are various items here that you can't change. And if that happens, you open up a trouble report with Google, and basically they're aware that that flaw exists. They absolutely, they just tell you, oh, can't get your category right, tell us what it is. I opened a trouble ticket. It took them about 3 weeks to get to it, but a couple of days ago, they removed that entry. And so now we start to see that change, okay? So I was able to, again, I can't get to that screen. Let's see if by now, no, it looks like it still can't display over here. We'll try once again. Let's see. It thinks it's connected. We just must be overloading, I'm guessing. So, okay, if I can't get there, I can't get there. So we talk about it theoretically. So anyhow, I'm allowed like 6 categories. So one of the advantages is once they got rid of that one, I was able then to correct and put in the ones that I want. And the ones that I want, as you see, all relate to computers, and we do digital conversions from VHS tapes to DVD, and from 35mm slides, and all of that kind of thing. So that's what I'm trying to get in here, okay? That's what I was trying to get in here. Now, this piece right here is it's basically a description of what your brick and mortar does. You have 200 characters, and this is where you want to pay attention. I mean, yeah, pay attention up here too, but here, you want to say what you are within 200 characters. You would like that stuffed with keywords that are going to make difference to your search engine optimization, okay? And that's where I fail. When I initially edited this, I did the best I could. But my friend that I worked with last night, she does search engine optimization. She's excellent. She teaches a 24-hour course at our club on how to optimize for search engine optimization. And we sat down, and it took us 2 hours to write this simple little piece. Okay? 2 hours. Look at it, it's nothing. Why in heaven's name would it take you 2 hours? Well, because we had to collaborate on, I knew what I wanted to say, and she came up with how we wanted to say it, how we wanted to phrase it. And I want to share some of that with you today, because I knew, again, we are the house that free computer repair built. And therefore, there's no question in my mind, free computer repair for members. Okay? Who gets free computer repair? Well, you're a TBCS member. People understand that. Right now, they're not concerned about a membership. They just want to know, oh my gosh, that's what I need. Here's a place that if I become a member, I get free computer repair. How cool is that? Let's see what else they do. We provide high-quality training in basic and advanced computers. And that was one we really had to argue over, because our training is across the board. We do Windows 7, we do internet, we're now doing social media. We have all sorts of people coming in doing social media. 95% of what we produce at our club is free to all of our members. So you want to know social media and you don't have the money to pay somebody to teach you social media, we have it going on. It's free, okay? So ultimately, I can't tell you how many iterations we went through here to come up with what seems to be a very simple solution to this. And then I wanted to get into the other major thing that we do while we provide tons of training okay, on this other stuff. The equipment to digitize VHS tapes, vinyl records, audio cassettes, 35mm slides, and on and on and on. I just didn't have the time, the space to list all of those. But we get people each month that come in and say, oh my God, you have an editing bay? I can come in and edit movies at your site? Yes, it's free to our members. You know, once again, what a deal is it? CD duplication. You want to produce a CD and you want to sell it from the back of the room or from your business. We have a device that takes your CD and you can produce 5 copies every 2.5 minutes, something like that. So you can sit there and do 50 copies in less than half an hour. How cool is that? It's all free to our members. So in the end, totally free and large. You know, we wanted that word in there. An interesting thing about Google, I put in dash to get the M dash, okay, and it bailed on me and says, oh no, you're not allowed to use double punctuation anywhere. I can live with that. So I took one dash out and I like the rest of it just fine. So once again, I'll try one more to go back here. Well, I think that's the basics. I do want to make this point, and most of you I think will already be aware of this point, but when it comes to search engine optimization, here's what I want to make you aware of, if not already. You go to Facebook, you go to Twitter, you go to LinkedIn, you go to Meetup, you go wherever you go to all of these places. And it's all being indexed by the search engine. Always, since this totally is about you're trying to raise the visibility of your company, of your cause, of whatever it is you're doing. You want to raise that visibility. If you want it to be seen, you want to think search engine optimization at every stage of that game. Those of you that get it and you know, understand it, it's like search engine optimization. It doesn't do you any good to have great sounding copy material if nobody's searching on the words and phrases that are used in that search, you know, in that material. So search engine optimization has to be a part of anything that you're doing, whether it be Google Places or Twitter or any of those. That's really it. Any questions? Oh my God, that's frightening. Either it was so clear that I've nailed it completely and there are no questions, or it was so far over everybody's head. Yes, Nancy.
Could you talk a little bit more about how people use your digitizing room to edit videos, like exactly what capabilities you have there?
I could talk endlessly about it, but you know, basically we're good about giving you the wherewithal to convert. Listen, we had ladies came in with 2,500 slides. If you go to Walmart, they'll be happy to digitize those for them, but they did it on our equipment for free and several hours of sweat equity. Okay, so I mean, any of that. You get a VHS tapes, we dump it over to DVD. And by the way, what we do is we don't do it for you. If you want to do that, what we do is we hook you up with a mentor. We schedule you with a mentor. That person sits down with you. They show you how to operate the equipment. And then you basically, once you're checked out on that equipment, go get them. We let you go after it. So you do the conversions. The only conversion that people really ask for that we don't do is a lot of people want 8mm. They want to take their 8mm or Super 8 movies and they want to digitize those. That's a much tougher prospect. You're going to pay for that if you need, and I don't even want us to get involved in it. It really requires special equipment. We have one guy in the club that can do that, and he doesn't want to do it for you. This is short and long and short of. Yes?
In your optimization ranking, actually, you put together the right words, and you're at the top of the list. And then somebody else comes along and does some optimization, and now you're second or third. So do you have to go back in and like fight for your ranking? I mean, how does that work?
I think you will find from, number one, I'm not the guy to ask that question. I'll be upfront to tell you that. It would be an SEO person. I kind of, you know what? I'm trying to fake it. I don't learn it because I have people that if I go, hey, could you fix this for me? And they do.
Hey, can you fix this for me?
Yeah, exactly. So basically, though, yeah, it is. I will tell you this: what I hear from my SEO people. Okay, you can't just put it out and expect income for the rest of your life without you going back to tweak from time to time. So the answer is yes. Listen, people change; they learn new words. I can teach you a few new words right now. Just the addition of Twitter to the world has created a lot of new words. But yeah, you're going to have to pay some attention to that. How much will depend on a whole variety of things. I'm guessing.
What business you're in, etc.
Exactly. What's your competition doing, and so forth and so forth. Right. Yes, sir.
For Places page, once you verify ownership of your place,
yes,
does it attach itself to a Google account? Is that how you go in to edit it?
Yeah, it attaches itself to my email address. Okay, and once I own it, I have to log in with that email address to get to where I edit it. Anybody can see it, but if I want to edit it, I have to log in with the proper address. You're right.
The sponsored links over there on the right.
Yes.
Do you get to choose those, or does
it
generate based on content?
I'll put. Wait, maybe I shouldn't answer too quickly. To my knowledge, I don't expect to have anything to do with this. Okay. Now, could that be different? It's possible. If it does, holler out. Now's the time to let us know. But I think I'm stuck with whatever they get. Okay. Anybody else?
Do you get the AdSense revenue from it?
I'm sorry?
You get the AdSense revenue from those links?
Oh, no.
Okay.
No.
I was curious, on your bad phone number problem, was that traced back by any chance to Info USA?
No, we didn't bother tracing it back.
You don't know where it came from?
I don't know where it came from. I absolutely don't. I know this much. Actually, let me show you something. Okay, here's more about this place according to the world of Google. Okay? Well, looky here. Tampa Computer Club, Tampa Bay Computer Society meets the third Tuesday at Clearwater Central Catholic That's an old listing. I went and checked. It's from 2001. It's going to pollute the stream. There's nothing I can do. I don't believe I can take it out. One of the things that it does, see here was a write-up about us in the St. Pete Times done several years ago. Well, it's an authoritative link coming from the St. Pete Times, so it probably helps us in page rank. That's possible. At the same time, it's old bad information. And but you know what? When we look at it, one thing about it, since we can't do anything about it anyway, the best face I can put on it is this. It shows that we're not a fly-by-night company. We've been doing this for 20 years, over 20 years. So I've been president of the club for over 10 years, and so this just shows from an authoritative link that we're not newbies. We're not, presumably we're not going to be here and gone tomorrow. Okay.
My last piece of this question is: do you know if Places has any solution for multi-location retailers?
I have no idea. I have no idea.
That's my biggest problem is I handle 470 stores, and to expect the phone call to go to each store and answer and do all that right, it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
And I have tried to communicate with Google. We own these stores. We're the parent company. Why can't I edit my own listing?
In your case, it's an easy fix. Shut down 471 stores.
Done.
I'm sorry. Bad solution. Probably not what he's going to do. Anybody else?
Yes. They do that. They offer a service area now instead of actually a physical location, which I thought was pretty neat.
Oh, they do?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that at all. So how do you
make a big circle, a radius of your service area, like you do IT support.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Awesome. Did you want? Okay. What he was saying is you can now show the area, the service area that your business is providing service to. So that's kind of odd. So if I'm an ad hoc, listen, one of the things I did for several years was computer repair out of my home. Okay. So I could now do that and show my services. Excellent. Yes?
Is that without having to show your physical address for those of us who work out of our homes?
I don't know. I have a physical address. I don't know for sure, but you might have to put something in there, but you can just show your service area, I guess, is what I'm thinking.
Okay.
I think so. I think you can.
Okay. Some of the information I didn't show, and I should at least mention, by the way, is you can also show, like, our hours are changed on a daily basis. So I can put our hours in there and things like that, too. But overall, the key pieces are what I wanted to get through to you today. Listen, I hope it was useful to you, and thank you. Okay, have a great day at Barcamp.